Reggie, you guys. And so I have seen a lot of people, the fragrance community, just kind of talk in different platforms, like even sub like Reddits and stuff like that, just asking themselves like, why do they not get any compliments when they literally own some niche brands, or some also some bottles from like a designer brand, right? So they wonder why, but they never really do realize that it's not that, it's just actually them. It's actually them, the reason why they're not getting compliments. It's their own fault. And I know that this may sound kind of harsh, but that's how it is. And I'm going to tell you what you should stop doing in my most honest and authentic, unbiased thoughts. So number one thing you should stop doing is stop chasing fragrance trends for validation. And I mean, like, stop pretty much going for those big, highly complimented top 10, top 5, because you are going to see hundreds of thousands of videos, and you're going to see so many different fragrances being crazily overhyped and just that don't deserve that. And then you'll watch a video, you'll see the thumbnail, it'll click, you'll buy the fragrance, you won't even end up getting complimented. Why? Because that it's a scent that doesn't go with you. And it may seem kind of weird, but one of the things that you should do immediately is think, what am I interested in? What do I like? Do I like fresh, sweet, fruity, warm, spicy, aromatic, floral, gourmand? What do I like? And if you're someone that likes, let's say that you're into more of a fresh citrus fragrance, and then you smell like that fragrance that you ordered that you don't even know exactly what it smells like, but they kind of all you heard was that it's a penny dropper. So you end up getting it, you don't like it because you maybe think it's a bit too feminine or a bit too complicated, too dark. You don't even know what it smells like. It's making you sneeze, right? So like I said, first of all, try to get some insight in what could be some of the fragrances, like scent profiles that you are interested, and then you kind of get an idea of what you are interested in, and then you can search up, well, fresh, fruity, I don't know, aromatic, spicy, whatever, right? And like I said, compliments will just start getting it's like when you start wearing like, how do I say this, like when you start wearing a fragrance that you feel confident and you feel comfortable and you are bold enough to wear it, and you say, I don't care, I'm just gonna wear it. Why? Because I'm like, I don't care, like I'm confident, right? So when you do that, the compliments were it's like it's a secondary type of thing. Buy a fragrance for your own, like for your own purpose, because you like it, because you like smelling like that, because it makes you feel good, right? you know and the whole compliment part is just gonna be a secondary thing that you won't even realize, and you'll be like, oh, I just got complimented, and I wasn't even looking for it. It wasn't even the number one thing that I was focused on. So the more you focus on getting compliments, most likely you will not end up getting them. And you might might ask yourself, well, I'm like 6'2", I'm like really good, or I'm like fit, I work out. But yeah, like I mentioned before, you know we get shy as men when we are around women, and it's the same way for women, right? So don't expect, as soon as you hear, you see a woman passing by, to get like a crazy reaction of, or her wanting to get your number immediately, right? So that's like very, it only happens in movies, but it does happen in person. But it's it's kind of niche. But yeah, like I said, um wear a fragrance that you want. And then another thing is, wear a fragrance that will be worn when you're feeling that type of way, right? If you're feeling kind of like playful, you're feeling kind of loud, obnoxious, and you kind of have that energy, wear something bold, something sweet, something, or maybe to you that's like a fresh type of scent. Maybe to you, wearing something bold and like, expressive, maybe to you it's wearing a fresh scent. So if that's what it is, no matter what it is to you, wear that. Have some confidence, because you could be you could be thinking that you're not aesthetically, you know, gifted, that you think of yourself as ugly. But when you have that confidence, man, that confidence will get you a lot of places. And another thing that I do have is like kind of like adding to that. It's like for a lot of people, you know, just getting a compliment is like an impossible mission, and for some other people, it's like an effortless type of, you know, thing that just happens, like, you know, like breathing air. But like I said, just try to work on yourself. Pretty much, don't try to do any of that like um, you know, fleshy trend bandwagon that you just want to like hop on. Um, because you also end up, you know, realizing that you spend a lot of money. You spend a lot of money that you on fragrances that you like honestly are not even interested, that you just bought because this guy or female told you to get that, because you won't believe what happened after you know that person smelled it. And you know, wear, you know, fragrances, like I said, be confident, um you know, be yourself. That's pretty much like one of the things that I can always say, is just like always be yourself. And you know, buying a fragrance that you actually feel comfortable wearing and feel, you know, bold enough to wear it whenever. Like, I don't care if some people don't like it, you know, some people will like it. And like I said, when you have that mentality, it's a really powerful thing. And like I said, this is mostly just kind of like because I've seen just like a lot of, you know, younger people talking about this. But if you are kind of like, you know, let's say mid 20s or kind of late ish 20s, um, if this applies to you and this kind of, you know, resonates with you as you listen, um, you know, try to do it, because we have all been there. Like, I'm not here to say like, oh, I've never been through that, I've never experienced that, because we have all worn a fragrance once, or even more than once, to try to get I don't know, the impression of the girls, or just, you know, having our ego boosted, um, you know, to the max of basically just hearing that we're just pretty much smelling good and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, stop buying fragrances, stop wearing fragrances just for a damn compliment. Focus on yourself, you know, be confident, you know, treat yourself, because, you know, you are the most important thing. And yeah, I think that kind of pretty much just concludes everything. I hit all the points that I kind of had here, and I know that this isn't every single problem that I, you know, that exists. I know there's so many other things, but these are kind of like the main things that I have seen. You know, just people like across, you know, the platforms and stuff like that. But yeah, like always, you know, let me know what you guys think. Always like on the comments down below. You know, if you have a personal experience, if you had, you know, anything related to that, or if you like I said, if you agree or just disagree, you know, let me know. Like, I always appreciate, you know, reading you guys' comments, like always. And yeah, before I leave, I just want to say this is my scent of the day. It's what, I even forget what it's called. It's Ragba for Man by Latafa, and this is a dupe of Creed Green Irish Tweed. It's actually very nice. It's very nice. um but yeah, it's also very cheap. Do I recommend it? I will do a whole, I guess I won't do a video on this. I'll just do like a YouTube short on scent of the day. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And like always, guys, it's been Reggie, and I appreciate you guys for so much. Peace.